Yeah. Y'all know how this is, bro. You know. All eyes on me. Roll up in the club and shit. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. You know what?
That would have been the fall of 2008.
Obviously, Aaron, if I can just say something here, Aaron.
I'm not, yeah.
Well, we've also just looked on the website of the New York Stock Exchange. Circuit breakers don't kick in after 2:30. Just to FYI, throw that out there.
That is a fair point. Scott, you're there. What is the talk? What happens from here? And what are people saying now? You're down 800.
I just went through the December.
Yeah, Aaron, and they're saying, when I asked them what the heck is going on down here, I don't know. There is fear. This is capitulation, really. I mean, it is classic capitulation. There is fear in this market. You can take a look at what has happened with the VIX absolutely exploding today. You have seen a flight to safety within gold, a flight to quality within Treasury, a flight out of equities from almost every single major sector. We have seen it accelerate throughout the day, and that's why right now we're sitting down 807.
Hello traders, yes, that was quite the day. We're going to walk you through what was going on that day. Earlier in the day, it was crazy. We had a bomb scare up in New Hampshire on a Greyhound bus. We had a flight being held at JFK. We had Greek riots going on, so it was already crazy that morning. And in my opinion, some sinister event took place, because with the bad news, it was easy to jump on the bandwagon and use the news. However, they ended up canceling 10,000 trades that day, and you just have to wonder, well, whose trades did they cancel? You know they'll never tell you that. And if there was any kind of malicious gaming of the system, or somehow got someone hacked into the electronic exchanges that took over, they'll never admit it, because if they did, what do you think will happen to the market the next day? So it was quite the event, and I was trading it. I don't recommend it for anybody, but let's just take a look real quick at things that really got knocked around. I went online just to pull off a couple of things. Here's some of the ETFs. iShares Russell, went to a penny. Dow Jones Select Dividend down 63%, climbed 166% after that. iShares Mid Cap, 84% of its value. Mid Cap S&P 500, just all these ETFs. They went to a penny or a zero or 80-90%, all in a matter of 5 minutes. Stocks, almost a joke in itself. Procter & Gamble was the big one, the big Dow daddy. Dropped something like 37% instantly. Accenture stock on IT consulting, financial security, went to zero. So there's a joke right there. Exelon, a utility, went from 43 to 0. Centerpoint Energy went from 14 to 0. And then finally the stock that went ease, and here's another joke, symbol BID, went so high it's off the chart. Can't even see here. It went to 100,000 a share. 100,000. So targeted individual companies that are a joke, and then 10,000 trades that are canceled that they'll never explain. So let's take a look at what I was doing. Crazy me. I was basically doing all right for the day. I started out the day late. I started trading around I think it was 12 p.m. Yeah. We'll just pull up my trades. We'll just go through them just to show you here going up until this, you know, and just to, so you know what you're looking at, here's the time of the trade, you know, number of contracts, profit, and the cumulative profit going down the line. So as time progresses and I'm doing more trades, you'll see I hit a peak right around, yeah, here it is, 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock I hit my peak, up 1300 on the day, and then at that period is when the real sharp sell-off was coming, right here at about 2 o'clock. In fact, we're going to zoom in here on the Dow real quick. Okay, so here, right around here, 2 o'clock, you know, that's when I hit my peak, and I took a couple losses right about here, but I got out right here before the big drop because there was definitely something wrong. Problem is I went from up 1300 to down about 600, excuse me, down 1400 at 236 was my last trade. But then I had a roaring comeback on the comeback. I waited till things settled down, and before I started getting back in, we'll zoom in right there. I didn't start getting back into the trades until right about here. After we had about a 20-30 point jump, I thought that might be the low, so I started doing a bunch of trades, a bunch of furious trades. Let's go through the trade list real quick. As you can see, 100, 400, 400, 200, 100, and all these trades were happening within about 3 to 4 seconds, 5, 10 seconds, some of them. It was just too easy. It was just jumping so fast. Got up to, what was it, 4,700 I got to. Okay, I got to 4,700, and it was about 3 o'clock, as you can see here, 3:45. You know, that's where you stop. You know, why keep trying to go into the close? It's not like I'm trying to make up anything, but I did some dumb trades. And in this 2-minute period, it dropped 10 points. Okay, so I dropped about half my gain right there. And then in the very end of the day, I was still up 3,400 with 6-7 minutes to go. And look at the series of trades, these last 10-15 trades I did in the last 3 minutes, because it dropped 10-15 points in just a matter of seconds. So it was stupid. I still finished the day up 900 though. Finished the day up 900. You know, I don't recommend anybody trade when that's going on, but you know, I'm just gonna go to the last few trades here. See, right here up to 350. Here I am. I'm up 3,400. So these last few trades were just unnecessary to take the loss. By the way, when you see a green line between the points and a red line, that's the difference between a winning trade and a losing trade on anything you see at my site. So that's me on that crazy day. Normally on my channels and at the site, I have much slower trading and longer term positioning going on, but that was just some of my personal trading at that moment. Just wanted to get that out there because not a lot out there people showing what was happening to them or how they were playing it at the time. So I got lucky, finished up 1,000 on the day, but could have been a lot worse. Could have gotten crushed, and I actually did get hurt on some stuff later on that evening, but you know, that's just the way it goes with this trading. So feel free to come visit the site, stockmarketsquawk.com. I'm there during the day, can take questions, live chat, pool of people all giving you a bunch of opinions, so you have a good little resource, Stock Market Squawk. So thanks for coming. Hope to see you again.